I'm Suzanne. I'm a conservation officer here at Wildwood. I started here as a volunteer 19 years ago. As soon as I came here, I thought it was an amazing place because it had that British wildlife focus. I feel so much of conservation, or a lot of conservation anyway, is focused on sort of the big exotic species like tigers and rhinos and elephants, and even though they do need our help as well, at the same time there's wildlife in the UK which is at danger of going extinct, things like the watervole and the wildcat. And these are animals that people don't necessarily know their story.
So what we're trying to do is educate people on the benefits of biodiversity and bringing species back that have been lost. And it's a question of educating people to the benefits of bringing certain animals back. That also includes the smaller animals that we've lost. You know, we're struggling with dormice, those numbers are down, harvest mice numbers are down.
Back in '99, that's when I moved to Kent, and I wrote to Kent Mammal Groups. That was before I had a computer, so I wrote a letter to the chairman of Kent Mammal Group and just asked him if there was anything that I could get involved with mammal-wise, you know, as a volunteer. So he told me, I think there was a couple of projects at the time, one of which was watervole radio tracking, so helping with someone's PhD, and then the other thing actually was training to get my dormouse licence. I don't know where the other one is. Dormice aren't your regular mouse, and essentially there's less of them. So the most numerous mouse that we get in the UK is something called a wood mouse, and the population, a pre-breeding population estimate of a wood mouse in the wild is sort of 40 million animals. There's lots of them. They obviously don't need our help. They're thriving. Dormice, it's difficult to say about numbers that no one, you know, knows for sure. The estimates have been sort of between 50,000 and 900,000 in the UK, but we don't know how many exactly there are, but the numbers are declining. The little stuff right, I can't actually see him at the moment, so I don't know if that means he's gone down to the bottom or he's actually not in his box and he's in that straw there. Actually, I can hear him. Can you hear that? That high pitched. If they need to sort of save their energy, if it goes a bit colder, they'll go into torpor. So we're keeping this room fairly cool at the moment. But that kind of wheezing sound, it's called sort of dormouse snoring, but it's I think he's trying to wake himself up because he sensed that we're here.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, oh, I need to wake up. So he's doing these very deep breaths to try and get oxygen around. Being asleep. And now he's looking quite tubby actually, which is good. It's good, but we don't want them to get too fat. And he's on a little bit of a diet, so it's on there to say no banana or chestnut, sunflower seeds or peanuts, because they're sort of the really fattening foods. So he's kind of overloaded himself a bit, but it's so nice to see them sort of close up, and you'd never get fed up of seeing dormice, however long you work with them.
And these are endangered?
So these are endangered, yeah. They're European protected species, so they're rare across Europe, yeah. What's happening is that we're now getting longer, milder, wetter winters, and ideally for dormice is what they like is short, cold winters. But the cold, ironically, is better for dormice than the warm, because the cold means they stay hibernated. But if it goes milder, any mild periods, that's going to wake them up because they're going to think, oh, it's spring. Every time they wake up, they're using the reserves, you know, that are meant to be lasting them for the whole winter. And of course, they're waking up, you know, potentially in December, in January, and there's no food available. You know, climate change does have a direct effect upon them in that way, unfortunately.